Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, sir, this is Lieutenant Richard Fonsi. I'm here to escort
Yes.
you to the courthouse. Can you tell me where are you?
I just came to the city. I'm at the airport.
Airport downstairs or upstairs?
I'm downstairs.
Alright, sir. Be right there. I'll be coming.
Alright. What's up, guys? So today I'm gonna be playing Judge of the City, and sorry about the voice. So, hello everyone. This is Judge Mathur, and I'll be taking the case today. We'll be handing over the case. We'll be handling the case. Let's see how it is. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Who was the
Are
officer
you
I
the...
spoke to?
Yeah, I'm the officer you have spoken to. Sir, just formality purpose, can you please show me your ID so that I can ID you that you're the right guy that we have to escort?
Of course, of course.
Thank you, sir, for cooperating. Alright, Mr. Mathur, please come with me.
Alright, let's go. Thank you, officer.
Yeah.
Is the court ready for me?
Yeah, the court is getting ready and all the people are searched. We are making sure the court is a highly secured area for you. Don't worry, sir, be with me, we'll be protecting you for that. Okay?
Sure thing.
This is 533 plus 1. We got the package 1076 to the courthouse in court 2. Over.
Are they calling me the package? Am I getting kidnapped? Hello? What is this? So I'll move this here. Right. मैं पैकेज नहीं हो गाइस. ये क्या हो रहा है? आई एम अ जज. साला इज्जत ही नहीं है. आते ही साला पहले ये बोलते हैं पैकेज है. मैं ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. Why face cam? We'll turn it off when we are in the court. Now it's just the start. That's why. Increase the cam size. I think इतना काफी है bro. इतना ज़्यादा बड़ा नहीं रखना मुझे. I'll move bottom bar out. Or is it fine? Yeah, I'll move it on. I think fine, right? ठीक है. Or should I move it on the left? I'm not sure, guys. I haven't played GTA for a long time. Hello, Athena. No face cam. Yeah, no face cam once I'm in the court. This is the first time. I'm very nervous. Okay, I'm not.
Arriving the courthouse. Report status near courthouse. Over.
Officer, is everything on schedule?
Yeah, everything on schedule, sir. Everyone is ready. The suspect is also ready.
All right, all right.
Everyone is waiting for you only. 533 plus 1 show us 1023 at the courthouse.
Wait, door का तेरा बाप ओपन करेगा?
Just a minute, sir.
Open the door. Thank you. I have the power. खोल साले. हाँ.
Alright, sir, please come with me.
Who are you, officer?
This is
sir,
Lieutenant
this is
Richard along. He's Lex Luthor. Will be escorting you to the courthouse, and we have other officers here. Here is Officer Jonal as well as Officer Max.
All
Okay,
right.
sir. Yeah.
Sir, I'm
please
here to
come.
escort you in, sir. Sir,
Bye.
Yes, sir.
Are they really having a really good court? क्या ओरिजिनल लेक्स लूथर को साला कॉप बना दिया है?
हाँ देख के आया मैं देख के आया। अरे तो पुलिस वाला
कोई मार्च है, कोई मेलो है, कोई डी है, मार्च मेलोडी।
Everyone, please stand up. Show some respect to the Mr. Judge.
ये जज है?
अरे खड़े हो जा रहे। अरे हेलो बोल रहे हैं। हाँ जज। हेलो बोल रहे। बोले हेलो जज।
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good afternoon, sir.
क्या?
Can you be on my right, please?
Yeah.
Right.
Present, sir.
बैठने को तो बोलो सर।
Present.
All right, guys. You guys can have a seat.
Sir, can we sit?
You guys can have a seat.
जज सुनाई नहीं दे रहा।
श्योर। अरे बोल दिया बैठो।
अरे पहले जज को बैठने दो यार, फिर बैठ जाना। शो हिम सम रिस्पेक्ट।
How the hell you sit? I have no idea. How do you sit?
वही तो। बैठ जाओ सर, हम भी बैठ जाएंगे।
सर आप बैठो, बाद में हम बैठते हैं।
It's okay. It's okay. You guys can sit.
खड़े हो, नीचे उतर जाओ।
बैठना है ना, बैठने की तैयारी।
बैठने के कहे आप तो नीचे। वो देख उसको देख बैठ गया।
जज
जज बैठा नहीं, वो बैठ गया।
जज कहाँ?
भाई कैसे बैठते हैं? अच्छा स्लैशी.
अरे तुम लोग को क्या पनिशमेंट दिया है जज ने? बेंच के ऊपर खड़े हो गए।
ये जज बैठेंगे उसके बाद ही हम लोग बैठे हैं।
भाई बैठ क्यों नहीं रहा?
तैयारी कर।
जज के बाद ही हम बैठेंगे।
जज
वही तो।
सैड आरपी हो रहा है यार, ये सिट क्यों नहीं हो रहा?
साइलेंस।
बस उसको पूछिए आज पढ़ाई किया है या फिर नहीं किया तो
बैठ से
देखो चारों को देखो।
चलो बैठ के।
Oh my God.
कोर्ट हाउस आजा, गन गुन सब रख के आइए बाहर।
जज साहब क्या बैठे?
अरे जज सब बैठे हैं या पीछे से कुछ निकल रहा है? अरे से खड़ा है।
How do I sit? I can't sit in this chair, Exxon. What is this? There's no movement of the chair. Remove the chair, yaar. There's some issue with the chair. It's stuck.
जज के पास हमें चला है। देख जज बैठ पुलिस ऑफिसर को देख।
I'm sorry, what?
Flex your key muscle, and there will be a. You'll be thinking about sitting in a chair.
Carlos,
something like that.
बोल दे वो चेकिंग कर रहा बाहर है। मैक्स उसकी आ गया। अरे यार
Stand over
डिस्कशन
the
सर
chair
बाहर है,
first.
डिस्कशन चल रही है।
Then you can sit just like that.
साथ ही कुर्सी है। अरे यार तुम इतनी पीछे हो गए कैसे बैठे हो? मैं इतनी आगे होकर बैठ रहा हूँ।
जज साहब को बैठने का नहीं आ रहा शायद।
Sit कहाँ है?
सर के
Sit chair.
मसल दबाओ फिर सिट चेयर।
This chair is stuck, guys. There's some issue.
सर कुर्सी पे खड़े होके कुर्सी पे खड़े होके
Thank
बैठ गए
you.
सर, बैठ गए बढ़िया
अब बैठ गए। अब साइलेंस रहे, साइलेंस।
Where is my gavel? मारू किस पे?
ऑर्डर
Order. Silence, please. Okay, what are we here for, guys? Can you be seated, please? Thank you.
May I have talk with you, Judge?
Yeah, sure.
So you have been briefed, right, by the government about the case? What is going to happen today?
No, I haven't briefed yet. So who will be letting me know? Who is in charge of the court?
PD को कौन represent कर रहा है? I don't really know. The government knows about that thing.
All right.
खुद कर रहे हैं क्या?
Okay,
Alright,
let's
Your
see.
Honor. Thanks.
Who is the plaintiff?
I think the case is against the PD Police Department, San Andreas Police Department.
All right.
Convict named Giovanni Sanchez, who was arrested by the San Andreas State Police.
Is he present here in my court?
I think they are yet to arrive with their prosecutors.
Uh,
There was no, there was no attorney general over here present in the city.
mm-hmm.
So I'm going to defend the case on behalf of the San Andreas State Police. Is that allowed, sir?
I think there should be a district attorney, but if he's not present, I think yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah, that's the case. We don't have a district
भूख लगी
attorney.
है अबे
So I think I'm gonna defend the case against the PD today, with your permission, obviously.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much, sir. I think they're shortly gonna arrive. I don't think you need to be here
अरे वो
before they arrive.
चूचू गाने ना
All right, I'll step out for a brief moment.
Maybe.
ये देखो सेल्फी ले रहा है
Ma kasam. Let's get a tour of this place, guys. So we have to. This thing. Can I go here? I don't think so. Think it's. They did a fair enough job, guys. इतना सीरियस यू हैव टू डू सीरियस यार मेरे को पहले इन्फॉर्म किया था इन लोग ने कि यू हैव टू डू बी वेरी सीरियस अबाउट इट
Prosecutors didn't arrive at all?
Nope, sir.
Okay.
क्या लिखा था इसने
Late as well.
इफ दे आर लेट आई एम गोना चार्ज देम गाइस अपने को पैसा मांगता we have our rules as well we have penal codes okay guys
हाँ Officer, gun. He has a gun inside the court. What the hell?
yes
गन दिख रहा है कवर निकालो
talking about penal codes oh my god he has a gun inside oh my god
अरे पंडित भाई इधर है पंडित भाई हम इधर है
oh sorry oh shit मैं ऑल टैप था जिसका पेट खराब है शायद
थोड़ा राइट लेफ्ट शिफ्ट करके बैठो पंडित बैठेगा नहीं पंडित उधर बैठ रहे ठीक है कोई नहीं चलो कोई नहीं तुम मेरे साथ एकदम चिपक के बैठो आ जाओ मेरे को धक्का दो मैं मार
कोई बताना नहीं गैस अंदर ये चल रहा है ठीक है oh yeah
Officer Jonal, can you see you outside the court for a second?
अरे
I told you ना गन है उस पे मैं बोला था ना गन है इस पे
okay guys let me see if I can increase their volume
अरे एक काम करते हैं ना
I'm not sure if they'll be loud enough guys बहुत स्ट्रेस रहता है जज की लाइफ में ओके यू कैन नॉट जज हिम ऑन हिज जजमेंट ओके यू कैन नॉट डू दैट केस गया बाहर में पहले मेरे को चिल करने दो थोड़ा एकदम रिलैक्स अपना एकदम अपना बहुत काम है गाइस सीरियस अपना सुप्रीम कोर्ट है ये हाई कोर्ट चालू है इधर ठीक है Don't judge the judge, guys. Don't judge the judge. भाई यहाँ पे पेशाब करना होगा तो तुमको अंदर जाना पड़ेगा जेल के.
केस के बीच में पुर पुर आवाज है तो समझ जाना.
क्या हो रहा है ये?
बोल 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 बोल. क्या है यार?
पंडित इधर आ, पंडित इधर आ जा, पंडित इधर आ जा, पंडित.
पंडित पंडित इधर आ पंडित.
एक दूसरे को बुला रहे हैं ये.
इधर आ पंडित, इधर आ, इधर आ पंडित, इधर 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 पंडित का सीट रखा है मैंने. लुक, पंडित का सीट है इधर.
पंडित इधर आ.
इधर मेरे पास आना. इधर जा रहा है स्टेशन के पास.
अबे वो
स्टेशन के पास.
गोदी में बैठा है.
गाइस कोई खेलेगा मेरे साथ CS लाइव स्ट्रीम चालू है इधर गाइस. Give some details about the case. Okay, so this case is against the PD. इतना मुझे
सुनाई नहीं देगा तेरे को पीछे तक.
सुनाई नहीं देगा.
So that is the thing.
नहीं, पंडित मेरे पीछे आके बैठ जा. फिर मेरे पीछे आके बैठ जा पंडित.
And उसमें he is suing the PD.
धीरे से
यानी कि पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट को सुई कर रहा है कि उसका कुछ मेरे साथ गलत हुआ है सीन. तो now I am also not sure what the scene is. So let's see.
जा उसके गोदी में बैठ जा.
ठीक है, हम लोग का इधर ट्रिपल मॉनिटर सेटअप है इन गेम में. i9 है,
के साथ प्लान है अपन.
2080 Ti है, 64 GB रैम है.
अबे तुम लोग पीछे चले जाओ ना, कॉर्नर सीट ले लो.
ऑफिसर
वायरलेस मॉनिटर. नहीं वायर इतना अच्छे से लगाया है कि यू कांट इवन सी. यू कैन सी द वायर यार. क्या बोल रहे हो?
बैठा लो इसको, इस पास में बैठा लो.
है तो सही यहाँ पे.
तो बैठो ना.
Raid racing is always on. You're playing in which server? This is IRP. IRP.life. सर्च कर लो.
सच में?
With SLI नहीं लगवाया है क्योंकि this is a single PC setup.
भी है. और पुलिस के सामने बोल एक बार. जा. फिर से बोल जाके.
Come in.
Hello there.
Come in.
Your Honor.
Yeah.
Pandit.
So, Your Honor, the prosecutor and the guy who's accusing the PD is over here. I think they're shortly gonna come inside the court. They're being checked outside.
Okay.
And yeah, I do think they're pretty late. The time of hearing, so it's up to you what you decide.
Yeah, they're like 15 minutes late.
चिपक के बैठो.
Thank you so much. I'll let you know. I'll call in over here when they arrive, so you know about it.
सब चोर एक ही जगह पे बैठे हैं.
Thank you so much, sir. I'll take your leave then.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so you guys can see the penal code, guys. अगर तुम लोगों को penal code का link चाहिए तो you can see कितना crime का क्या है. You guys can see here. I don't know if it's allowed to tell you guys, but it is there for public. I think for everyone. So you guys can check it out. Click on that link. And position of firearm. Alright. इसमें कहाँ है?
वो टेबल पे बैठेंगे वहाँ.
Code of contempt. Yes. Jailbreak, perjury, violating court order, failure to appear. Alright, failure to appear in court when summoned. इस पे अपन penal code 2508 मारेंगे इस पे guys. नहीं जीतोगे तुम. Oh my god, पहली ये ट्रिगर कर रहे भाई यहाँ पे. PD versus G. Oh, it's G.
ढंग से बैट पे नहीं उठेगा.
The big spreadsheet, I know, right? It's big. I have to keep it on my another monitor, dude. I have to read everything. Violating restraining orders. Oh my god, क्या खतरनाक punishment है. 15 months मतलब 15 minutes, right, guys? Oh my god. Start now board. भाई मैं कुछ नहीं. They are wasting my time, man. Basically they are wasting your time. तुम लोग बोलो कितना ये देने का है. You know, failure to appear on court का क्या है इसका crime क्या देने का guys? That will be a fine of 50,000 rupees and they have to pay me 20,000 10,000 कुछ ऐसा रखने का ना guys. हाँ फाइन 1,000 रुपीज़ अबे सस्ता मेरा कोट महंगा है ठीक है. सस्ता में कोट नहीं है मेरा महंगा कोट है. मेटा करेगा अब तू इतना बड़ा हो गया. इसमें मेटा क्या है अभी. आई एम गोना बी डिसाइडिंग फेलियर टू अपीयर कोड 15,000 है ना. हाँ ऐसा कुछ रखने का गाइस. पीपल आर रिच ऐसा है क्या. पब्लिक का बहुत पैसा है इधर. 15 के तो बनता है. हाँ फिर ठीक है. वुड यू लाइक टू गेट अ लाइक सिंपल बात है गाइस 20 months ऑफ जेल टाइम और यू वांट टू गिव अ फाइन ऑफ 20,000. क्या बोलते हो. फेयर इनफ. यू गेट दी 2 ऑप्शंस राइट. तुम्हारे पास ऑप्शन है. यू वांट सेम मनी एज वेल. अरे दे बट दे आर अपीयर्ड ना. बट दे आर लेट ना.
बेइज्जती कर दी.
ये अच्छा बात नहीं है. अच्छा बात नहीं है.
क्या हुआ.
Order in my court. Please, everyone have a seat.
अरे
अरे सब पीछे क्यों चले गए.
अरे अभी ऑर्डर आया. मैं नहीं जा रहा.
अरे शॉर्ट करने बोल रहे.
मेरा बता दो रे मैं सही बैठा हुआ हूँ.
मैं नहीं हट रहा.
क्यों तू साले विटनेस है या वो है डिफेंडर है प्लेटलिफ है ये बता पहले.
मैंने खरीदी टिकट.
ये कौन है.
टिकट नहीं होती पीछे जाके बैठ. ना तो विटनेस.
हेलो कार्लो. एंथनी पीछे आओ. एंथनी पीछे आओ.
Can everybody be quiet in my court?
यस श्योर.
आपका कुछ
या नहीं इन्वॉल्व होंगे ना.
Everyone have a seat. As the plaintiff arrived.
The lawyer is on his way, Senor Judge.
Excuse me. Who's Senor Judge? You will give me respect as your honor. Is it clear to everyone?
I apologize, Your Honor. Or Your Lordship, or whatever it is.
You
I
have
apologize.
wasted 15 minutes of.
Yeah, see, he's got some problem with his eyes.
I'll go and like poke my eyes with something and try to fix my eyesight,
Alright, make it quick, but you
Yes,
will be
sir.
fined for everything. You are already late. You have wasted 15 minutes of my court.
Sir,
The fine will be
sorry, sir.
20,000 each for you as a lawyer and for the plaintiff.
I'm really sorry, sir, but I was here 15 minutes ago, but it's happening. Like, I can't see. I can see everything outside, but when I come inside, it's just darkness for me, sir. It's my eyesight. I can't help it, sir.
What
I've
is
been
your
trying to
excuse,
fix it.
plaintiff?
He was with me. He can't start without me, sir. He was also trying to help me fix my eyesight. He was trying to blow in my eyes, trying to fix, clear the...
Okay, without
eyesight.
wasting more time, can you just go and fix it?
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. If I have your permission, I'll
Please make it quick.
leave the courtroom. Yeah, yes, sir.
नहीं लेने का क्या फाइन. I know it's a technical glitch, but you guys have to fix it ना before like. सर 30 PC लोड नहीं हुआ उसका. फोन कैसे निकलता है गाइस. F1.
10-4.
Maintain the decorum of the court. कि वो कौन है उधर शाना एकदम मस्त छावे की तरह खड़ा है उधर कौन है वो excuse me officer who is there on the corner of my court right corner of my court against the wall can you ask him to sit down
Sure. Hey, you, mister.
Yes, sir.
Not you, the other guy. Who is leaning the wall.
Okay.
Please sit down. There's enough space for you. You don't have to lean like that.
I have surgery on my knee.
तेरे को नहीं बोल रहे शॉन तेरे को नहीं बोल रहे
If you have surgery on your knees, how can you fold your knees like that? How can you stand? I don't think if you have surgery on your knees, you can just stand like that. You have to sit down, please.
अरे कोर्ट की दीवार पे वो पेंट बिगाड़ दोगे रे बैठ जाओ
ये सामने वाले जैसे बैठो ये जैसा बैठो
no this is officer Arnold next to judge
yeah sit on the floor अरे तुमको क्या हुआ
बेंच के ऊपर
Your Honor, sir, he's saying like he has some problem with his knees, so he can't sit. So, like, can he sit on the floor? Is it okay for you?
I mean is he involved in the case is he required for the
Not at
case
all. Not at all. He is
then
just
either ask him to sit down or leave the courtroom
Can you please have silence in the court?
Yes, sir.
निकल फुर्सत में निकल
Alright, mister, if you can't sit as per the your honor said, you have to leave the court because you don't have any involvement with the case. Either you sit or you just leave.
You realize the court is open to public and I can view it
Yeah, court is open to the public and you have to obey your honor, sir, okay?
you just make up rules on the go
Essay over there, you can sit on the ground. I hope you can see, above. I know you have a knee problem, and if you can sit on the ground, and if that's allowed, that could be okay. Is that cool, Officer Fonzie?
See, anything is cool for me, and if your honor say, okay. So your honor said him to just sit down. If he doesn't, he can just leave the area because I don't think he is involved in your case, right, Mr. Giovanni?
Yeah, but as he mentioned, he actually has a point that the court is open to the public, so he can actually view the case if he wants to. So
Yeah, he can.
if he can't sit on the bench, let him at least sit on the ground. And
Yeah, sure. Okay. Can you sit on the ground, sir? Will that hurt?
it's gonna fucking hurt but okay
Just try to please cooperate with us. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Essay. I tried to get you, in the court and not
Take your seat, sir. Take your seat.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Giovanni.
इधर है lawyer
Just do my part to maintain decorum.
Yes. Your lordship, yeah, I fixed my eyesight. I peed in my eyes, I fixed it.
Alright. You can sit here with Mr. Giovanni.
Yeah.
We can start the...
Just...
alright are we ready to proceed
Yeah, with
is
the
everybody
permission
here
of your honor, should I start the proceeding?
yes please do
Okay, let's go.
Alright, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, please settle down. So here the proceeding starts. The SASP versus Mr. Giovanni Sanchez. And we are here with the Mr. Giovanni
Okay, guys,
with
I'm gonna
his
turn off my
prosecutor.
webcam, face cam.
May I know your name, sir?
My name is Alex Ingram. I represent my client Giovanni.
Okay, so we have Mr. Giovanni with Mr. Alex. And we have here the DCP, sir, as our defense. So the court proceedings start under Mr. Mathur, our honor. The court proceeding starts right now. Okay, okay, your honor, you can take up.
okay plaintiff Mr. who am I gonna be talking to Mr. Giovanni or his attorney
I'm going to be representing Mr. Giovanni, so all the
Alright,
questions and
Mr.
everything will be directed
alright
towards
Alex Mr. Alex what are you here for please do tell us
So yes, I am representing my client Giovanni over here. He was wrongly accused of bank robbery and kidnapping. He served 10 months in jail.
All right.
And 30 months in jail and 10,000 rupees fine. Sorry for it. And now we are in front of this court to seek remedy for the wrongful imprisonment and wrongful collection of fine from my client. If I have your lordship's permission, I would like to proceed with the facts of the case, or if you want to ask my opposition anything, you can ask them the questions.
Defendant, any objection you have in this?
No, Your Honor, I do not have any objection. You know,
I said
he is my lawyer
defendant.
after all.
Excuse me.
Oh shit! Sorry, apologies.
You don't talk when you're not. Yeah.
Alright, so we don't have actually any objection in this. They can go ahead
Alright, thank you.
and do the
Proceed.
proceedings. Thank you so
Alright.
much.
Thank you, Your Lordship.
Mr. Alex, please proceed.
Yes. Thank you, Your Lordship. Your Lordship may or may not be familiar with the case. I would like to state all the facts which are known to me and my client. So, my client is a very honest man, and he has no prior conviction, no prior tickets also for speeding or anything, except for this case for which we are in this honorable court. And then he was wrongfully accused of bank robbery and kidnapping. The said bank robbery and kidnapping occurred on 30th September. But like on that day, he was hanging out with his friends Jareen and his family, like Jareen's family. I have a signed statement from Mr. Jareen Radness, a witness statement from Mr. Jareen Radness saying that he was with, Giovanni was with them at the said date. The plaintiff side would like to present you with the written statement, if we have your permission.
Yes, sure.
Yes, sir. So this is the document. Just a second. I believe you have the witness testimony. You can flex your L muscle and check the documents if you want to.
All right.
Guys, can we have silence in the courtroom? Please do not make sounds or disturb the.
I can't hear them.
Proceedings,
So,
please.
witness testimony. भाई ये तो मेरा है. The fuck? All right. Do you have the witness with you?
Yes, sir. The witness is seated in the first row in the blue hat. Mr. Jareen, if
could
you
you
can
ask him to
stand up.
stand up? All right.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
Sir, please sit in your benches, sir. Get up from here.
Silence, please. All right.
Can we proceed further?
Yeah, please proceed further. We don't need him in the witness
Your
box here.
Lordship.
They will call, no? मैं थोड़ी.
As
Yes,
you
yes.
can see that on 30th September, my client was not at the said bank robbery or whatever the scene it was. He was actually hanging out with his dear friends and his family. And on 1st October, my client got to know from his friend Jareen that he is a suspect in bank robbery and that the police wants to
Damn, they have this.
police wants to have a talk with him. They have put out an APB
All
and
right.
like they want to talk to him. So like my client, being a model citizen that he is, he went to the PD, and there he met officers. No, cadets. They were cadets at that time. Cadets Max and Jonel, I believe.
Do we have those cadets here? Defendant?
Yeah, we do, sir. I think one cadet is not available as he was released from the San Andreas Police Department.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. So okay. If we have your lordship's permission, we would like to.
Yeah, continue, please.
Yeah. So we like Jareen and Giovanni. They spoke to officers Max and Jonel.
All right.
They went there. They spoke to the officers.
Silence, please.
Keep quiet. Okay. Yeah. So there they spoke to the officers, and then the officer said that you are good to go. They cleared him of all the charges, and they let him go at that point. So then on the other day, this happened on the October 1st. That is one day after the alleged crime that happened. And then on October 2nd, there was an APB out on Giovanni still. Like the APB was still out on Giovanni. It was not exactly out on Giovanni, but it just said that if you see a Mexican guy, you call the PD. This was the APB put out by the police department, which is very vague in nature. They did not have the facial structure, facial features, or what kind of color, like what color clothes he was wearing, what type of clothes he was wearing, what type of hair he had, nothing. They just
So
said
you
they
are
are
saying
looking for...
the police department has wrongfully held Mr. Giovanni.
Yes, they wrongfully... like I'm getting to the point, your lordship. So
Okay.
on 2nd of October, they put out, the APB was still put out, and like my client Jareen and his friend, my client Giovanni and his friend Jareen, they were doing delivery jobs, like honest citizens, doing honest work, making money like honest people. And they were ambushed by three masked men who were like in their underwears, kind of naked, and they like were waving guns at them, and they were trying to be like and these guys were trying to escape them, but
Excuse me, hold on. What is happening at the back? Why is he punching the officer?
I think that's a local, your lordship, if I may, am allowed to say.
Carlos, please take the situation under control.
Is the situation under control?
Yeah, Your Honor, I think
is that a local?
Yeah, that was a local, Your Honor.
Alright, okay.
Okay,
yeah, please continue.
So cops speed up everyone.
Can we have silence? Yeah. So,
bro, I'm gonna get kicked out.
Were shooting at these guys. So in self-defense, they also these guys also shot back. But then my client Giovanni got injured in the shootout. The cops came to the scene. This happened.
Do we have the medical report of the injury?
That's the thing, sir. He was injured, but the protocol is that the cops take the injured person to the. Whoa.
I'm sorry, there was a glitch.
No worries, sir. Sometimes you have to air your balls,
Yeah.
Sit. Yeah.
Happens.
Yeah, so can I continue?
Please do.
Yeah. So the protocol is
Glitch
that
in the matrix,
you
guys.
take the injured person
I'm sorry,
to
I didn't know the word.
hospital first, and then you
Glitch
ask
बोल
them
देगा
questions.
किसी.
But my client here was cuffed by the DCP, I believe, and he was directly taken to the PD. He was not even given medical attention, medical aid. He was not taken to the pillbox hospital, and he was taken to the PD, where my client, being innocent person that he is, he tried to ask the officer why was he taken, yeah, he's still in pain, as you can see, because the bullet, I believe, is still lodged in the shoulder. So
Mr.
he tried
Giovanni,
to.
if you wanna sit, you can sit.
Nah, it's all right, Your Honor. It's okay. I'm good. I shall stand, before the court.
All right, please continue.
Yeah. So the DCP took him to the PD. My client tried to ask him that why did he bring him to the PD instead of taking him to the hospital, and why was he in cuff, because at that point he was cuffed as well. He was cuffed, put into the back of the PD vehicle, police vehicle, and then brought to the PD. Then he tried to question the DCP about why this all was happening and that he was innocent. He tried to prove his innocence, but then the DCP threatened my client that he would put my client into jail for 50 months if he did not keep quiet and did not stop arguing. So fearing his life and fearing his days, in the jail, he kept quiet. He got a sentence of 30 months in jail and a fine of 10,000 rupees, I believe. And my client had to accept it because he had no other option. No one was listening to him. He spent the time in the prison and then he came out, and yeah, now we are here.
Can you let me know when was he left out of the prison?
I believe
when was he out of the prison?
He was in prison on 2nd October. He was put in prison on 2nd October. So 30 months after 2nd October,
All right.
If I may speak, Your Honor, is it advisable for me to say something, Senor Ingram?
If your lordship gives you the permission, you can speak.
Okay.
Do I have your permission?
Okay,
all right.
go ahead.
So on the 2nd of October, I was sentenced to jail for 30 months. I spent my time in jail and I was released after, as Alex Ingram said. But that is 30 months in prison, in the city.
All right.
And he was held in the PD custody for over an hour, which is more than the said, the jail time of 30 months. He spent 1 hour in the police custody and 30 months in the prison. So he was first of all wrongfully.
All right, I get the point.
Yeah, he was. So that is what happened. These are the facts of the case.
Okay, so that's all that you are that you have been wrongfully accused, and the time period that you have spent is more. That's all the thing.
Yes, sir. So now moving on to the issues which we are raising.
Yes.
We are raising a few issues. The first one is that my client was not even present there. As we have the signed testimony of Mr. Jareen Radness, and also that the APB which was put out by the PD, it was very vague. That just asking for a Mexican guy as a identity, for an APB, look out for a Mexican guy and call the PD. It is very vague, and they got Mr. Giovanni because he's
So
Mexican.
are you accusing the PD of being racist as well?
Yes, your lordship, because it's like
Oh my,
giving
oh
out an
my.
APB for a white person without any description. Just call the PD if you see a white person.
But
So
do
that
you
is-
have any proof of such accusations? Because that is serious accusations.
I mean, you could find it with the police department because we don't have the, access to the police department's files, your lordship.
Okay. भाई रेसिस्ट भी बोल जाए तो अब तो ये फुल
Yeah,
मारने
and
की तुला है.
they put kidnapping charges on top of the bank robbery charges, your lordship. My client has never even harmed a caterpillar, let alone a human. He would not even take a cow home without the cow's permission, you see.
Alright, I
So
don't want
the-
your stupid, idiotic examples.
Yes, sir. So he was accused of kidnapping, and then he was also put in jail for kidnapping as well. Like the charges of kidnapping and robbery was put on my client.
Alright.
Third of all, the DCP over there, he threatened my client that if he did not shut up, he would put my client into prison for 50 months, which is abuse of power. Your lordship,
Bhai
because
sahab,
if
abuse
a
of power
person
hi
is
maar rahe.
trying to plead innocence and he's not guilty, like if the person has a right to defend himself, your lordship. And when my
Do you have any witness for all this that happened?
I am sorry, your lordship, but when they were processing my client, only my client and the DCP were in the room.
Right. So when he when he was racist, at least then he could be, you would have a witness for you.
I
Do you have
mean,
that?
the APB they put out was racist, so if they can present you with the APB, you'll see that they were racist. Because like calling for a Mexican guy is very racist. They should have included specifics like color of clothes and stuff like that, lordship.
Alright. Is that all?
Yes, your lordship.
Okay. DCP, there's a lot of accusations that has been put on this court.
Yeah, Your Honor, I hear those accusations very clearly. Can the defendant start the procedure as well, sir? Do you have the permission?
Yes. Go ahead.
Alright, thank you so much, sir. So, this case actually belongs to the events happened on 30th of September at a Fleeka Bank ATM, which is located outside the Legion Square. There were three reporting officers. Carried John L, which is standing right next to me. He's officer now. There was carried Naveen Rio, and there was carried Max Johnson as well, who's standing right beside John L, raising his hand over there. And they reported to the bank robbery scene over there. And for further, thing, can I call John L to the witness box, please, sir? Testify what happened.
Alright. He's a hostile witness.
He's gonna testify against the court in this case. Thank you so much, sir. Alright, Officer John L, right? First of all, congratulations on your promotion from going carried to officer. Point to be noted, my lord, that shows the dedication put into the work in the department by John L. Alright. Officer John L, can you please tell me what exactly happened at the 30th of September that night?
Yes, I will.
Thank you
so
much.
Your Honor, around 8 p.m. we got a notification for a 1090, that is a bank robbery. Me along with Max and Cadet Naveen, we were the first, the officers at the scene. So we saw two assailants inside the bank wearing helmets. They had no hostages at that time, and they were talking in some, a different accent. So then we started asking them, we started our negotiations. But since they didn't have hostage, Cadet Naveen tried to breach in, and in that incident, one of the assailant fled away, and the other assailant, we got hold of him, and we started the proceedings. We started looking out for him, but the second, the one who fled away, we couldn't catch him, but we caught the first suspect.
Chup raho salo, sunne do.
That's what happened at the bank.
Who exactly? Please tell the court, Mr. John.
Sir, I'll tell you what exactly happened, after we caught him. The thing was, his head was exploding continuously, okay? So, there was some problem. So
Could you name whose head was exploding?
So, it was Giovanni Sanchez.
Alright.
Objection, my lord.
You can't object right now, you have to hear the defendant first, if I may, Your Honor.
He's naming my client without any... thing. Okay.
Yeah,
never
I'll
mind.
get to that. I'll get to
Overruled.
that. Okay, so his head was exploding, and that's why I asked my fellow officers, to take him to the PD and process him. So it was Cadet Naveen who took Mr. Giovanni Sanchez to the PD and started the
Can I stop you
proceedings.
there, Officer General, right there? All right. So, what exactly happened in that car that
कोई
day?
लिख रहा है क्या guys?
Was
Please.
Giovanni at the
मुझे
back
कुछ
in the
समझ नहीं आ
seat?
रहा है. I'm
Yes, sir.
confused.
All right. So, did he faint in between?
Actually, sir, his head was exploding. Okay, so I asked him,
So that's when you faint, right? When there is some
yes,
headache or
exactly,
something.
exactly. And as soon as he was up, I asked him, please remove your helmet. He removed his helmet. I saw his face, and that's
By the
after
way,
that
did he remove his helmet, or did you remove when he was
no,
faint
sir,
a little bit?
no, sir. We cannot remove anyone's helmet. He only removed his helmet by his own. Yes.
All right. Point to be noted, my lord.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead. What exactly happened? Tell us.
Yes. After that, I asked Officer Cadet Naveen to take him to the PD and process him further. Okay. And then what Cadet Naveen has mentioned that while he was processing Mr. Giovanni Sanchez, as Mr. Giovanni Sanchez was, he was dizzy, he was kind of fainted. So Mr. Cadet Naveen, checked for his ID, and he found his ID, and his ID, had the name Giovanni Sanchez on it. But unfortunately, there was an escape attempt planned out for Mr. Giovanni Sanchez, and some masked a guy with a helmet on. He came inside the PD, the backside of the building. He pointed a gun at Mr. Naveen and asked Cadet Naveen to uncuff Mr. Giovanni Sanchez, and that's how that escape was planned. This is what all happened at the at the day of bank robbery.
Was Mr. Giovanni alone?
When, sir? Can you
When you
Your Honor,
when he was fainting, when he had a headache?
He was with the Officer Naveen in the car. Yes.
And Mr. Giovanni was alone, like nobody else was there apart from your partner.
Yes.
All right. You can proceed.
Yes, after that, we had a positive ID on the suspect, that is Mr. Giovanni Sanchez. And since we were cadets at that time, we didn't have the authority to put out APBs. So as soon as DCP sir was back from YCT after the regular paperwork which he does for the city, so we asked DCP sir to put out an APB on Mr. Giovanni Sanchez, and then we apprehended him in a recent shootout at the freeway. And then I think, Your Honor, you know what happened next.
All right.
All right, sir. I would like to add up some things because Cadet Naveen Rio is not with us because he was removed from the State Police Department of not being exactly what he was supposed to be doing in the right. He was very rude as a cadet. And I didn't think that he would be qualifying enough to be an officer, so we had to remove him. All right, sir. So this was actually the document. Wait a minute. I'm just taking it out, sir.
कहाँ से निकल रहा है भाई?
So.
कहाँ document अलग spelling होता है?
There you go, sir. Are you all right?
Yes. Give me a second.
All right.
My legs go numb sometimes.
All right. So that's the affirmation letter signed by Naveen Rio, who was the arresting officer in this case. At the first time before the escape that happened outside the PD.
Okay.
Stating
I confirm that I was
Mr.
the only who brought him to process, and I checked
the positive
his
ID on
his
Mr.
name
Giovanni
with
Sanchez.
And I confirm in all my senses that I also
you know
confirm that
what exactly
I
happened over there?
run the plates on the bike found at the crime scene. It was named as Jareen Radness. Named after Jareen Radness. Alright. Alright, so I read the document and one more name comes up, which is Jareen Radness. Is he in the court?
Yeah, exactly. The escape thing that I would like to tell you about is there was a bridge above the exit of the PD where we tried to take in the criminals inside to the cell for processing, and that bridge didn't actually have walls before. We had to put in walls by after this incident actually. So we have a proof that this escape actually happened, even if so exactly, we found a vehicle there. So basically what happened is there was a guy, masked guy with a green coat, and he jumped up from the bridge to the exit of the PD, and he took away Giovanni Sanchez with him in a car, in a local car. They robbed a car as well when they were going out, sir. And which we did not put a charge against Giovanni Sanchez for robbing a car, by the way.
Mr. Alex, do you know about this document?
Actually, sir, I don't. Yes, your lordship.
Can I proceed, sir? With the.
Let me read it loud for Mr. Alex.
Right. I'm sorry about that, sir.
Like, so this is an affidavit from Naveen Rao, the candidate who actually took Mr. Giovanni.
Beg your pardon, sir. It's Naveen Rio.
Rio, alright, my bad. Mr. Naveen Rio, and he says it in this. I confirm that I was the one who brought him to process. I checked his ID. His name was Giovanni Sanchez. I confirm in all my senses, and I also confirm that I run the plates on the bike found at the crime scene at PD, and it was named after Jareen Radness.
So, what exactly happened after that, sir? If I'm allowed to proceed?
Yeah. Do you have any objections, Mr. Alex?
I would voice my objections after the defendant has finished their thing.
Alright. You can go ahead.
Alright, sir. So, the bike we found at the top of the bridge, it was placed, it was a green colored bike. I think it was a Diablus. Yeah. So, Mr. John L., Mr. Max, who were cadets at that moment, they went to the Benny's modification area. You know that, right, sir?
Right.
Are you aware of the Benny's
Mechanic hub?
No, I'm not aware of.
Alright, it's a place, it's a mechanic place where you get your vehicles modified. And so Mr. Jareen was found there with his father, Mr. What was his name again, John L?
Joseph Radness, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Joseph Radness. And our officers tried to confront him about the bike, like on the top of the bridge. It was found at the top of the bridge after the escape, you know?
Alright.
So, to the response to that Jareen gave us, that he said that the bike was stolen, and he never actually reported the bike stolen in the PD. He just, like, we were just taking his word for it at that moment, that the bike was stolen. Which is highly undoubtedly, because a bike of Jareen Radness can never be placed at a bridge where the escape happened. Point to be noted that those guys left in another car.
Okay.
The masked guy and Giovanni Sanchez. And the bike was still up at the bridge. So this is actually what happened, Your Honor. After that, can I tell you something that Mr. Alex Ingram is actually accusing me of over here? Accusing the PD of? I'm gonna have to... He says that Giovanni Sanchez was charged for kidnapping. Am I right about that, Prosecutor Alex?
Yes, my client has said that he was also charged for kidnapping and bank robbery.
Alright, sir. Sir, we have filed a case against, we have to do some paperwork when we send someone to the jail. So what we did exactly, we filed out the paperwork. The charges that were put on Giovanni Sanchez were robbery, bank robbery, and escaping the custody of the cops. When I caught him on the 2nd of October, when we put out an APB. So this is the first thing that I would like to tell you. That their whole propaganda, I'll say, or whatever it is basically wrong, basically against the PD. They have no rightful authority to do so, I'll say.
Mr. Alex, are you going to be agreeing on this?
No sir, the thing is like my client
Trick
thought
question था, yes
he
होता
was
तो अभी
being
खत्म होता था.
accused of kidnapping as well, but he would not have known about the escaping charges because he, as I said earlier, he is not guilty of anything, so he would not have known that he was being charged of escaping the thing as well, because earlier he knew he was being charged as a bank robber, but then later on they added another charge which he thought was kidnapping, because he thought like in bank robbery people kidnap and take a hostage, so he thought it was kidnapping.
Alright, sir. So there were no hostages in this 30th of bank robbery event. So there is no possible charge of giving them as kidnapping, to any criminal, basically. So the events of 30th September are over. Can I tell you something about the events of the 2nd of October when I put out an APB against Giovanni Sanchez?
Go ahead.
Alright. Sir, what exactly happened was 2nd of October when I started my, I clocked into my job as a cop. I met with Naveen and he told me about the case which happened on 30th of October, the robbery, and the guy he, arrested and he escaped. He was positive about it that it was Giovanni Sanchez because Giovanni has been a part of the city for a long time and most of the cops actually know him.
His job.
They've met him. I personally have met Mr. Giovanni Sanchez before, as with the Radness family. He used to hang out with the Radness family, so that's when I actually met Giovanni Sanchez. So there was actually a very positive idea about Giovanni Sanchez. That's why I put out an APB of a bank robbery against Giovanni Sanchez. And after that, there was some kind of ambush going on outside of the city to the eastern area of the city, somewhere near the Grand Siona Desert, to the right of it, exactly on the highway. And basically, what exactly happened there, we don't know because we arrived a little late to the scene. And when we reached over there, we found three guys injured into the accident. So Mr. Giovanni had a lot of bullet injuries, gun wounds, and Mr. Jareen Radness was there as well. I think they were ambushed, and exactly after that there was a lack of EMS in the city. So all the things that EMS does, the cops have to do it in the city, like cleaning the wounds, taking care of the victim, making sure that he's right. We tried to contact the EMS multiple times over the radio, but only one EMS character came, one EMS guy reported to the incident over there, and there were exactly 3 people which he cannot attend to. So he attended to one of the guys who was actually masked in that ambush, and I attended to Giovanni and one of our officers, I think it was Fonzie, who attended to Jareen Radness over there in that ambush. And after doing that, I did all the things that I could to save Giovanni. Basically, I brought him from dead, because Giovanni was kind of dreaming about things there, because he was saying that he was seeing a passed out Officer Arnold Graves in his sight at that moment, which only happens when people say that they're at the door of the death, So after that,
is this actually true, or are you making up stuff here? Oh my god.
Yeah, this is what people say, Your Honor.
I mean,
that when you see,
I want facts here
flashes,
in my court. I can't hear hearsay things.
this is nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. I'm sorry
Then
about
why
that.
are you
It's
wasting
just-
the time of this court with such bizarre stories?
It's just to make a statement, Your Honor. I'm sorry about that if I'm wasting the time of the court.
Please,
Can I proceed?
Yeah, please proceed and make it quick.
All right, sir. So exactly what happened, I tried to do everything that I could at that moment to bring back Giovanni, and it took me around like 15 to 20 minutes, a lot of time. His heart rate was pretty low, but then I did whatever I can. I applied pressure on the wounds. I tried to remove the bullet, but I couldn't do it because I was not trained as well, because I'm not an EMS, I'm a cop after all. So the bullet was still there, but I did read some, the doctor things which we get in the training before, that a guy can survive with a bullet wound in his body. It's not really lethal in some cases. So what exactly happened after? Yeah.
Of course.
So what exactly happened after that is I cuffed him as the APB was out on Giovanni Sanchez already, and I took him to the PD.
Okay.
I didn't take him to the pillbox because Giovanni Sanchez was termed as a robber, and it was extremely dangerous at the pillbox because there were other people as well who were in the ambush.
Objection, Your Honor. Everyone has right to be taken.
Yeah, they do
to the
have a
hospital.
right to the thing, but the thing is, I was gonna put him to the jail, where the Bloomberg Penitentiary, situated on the north side of the Los Santos city, where there are infirmary doctors who can take care of him.
But that would be. Are you sure
I mean,
about
that's
this?
all. That's all I could have done, sir.
Objection,
I couldn't
Your
have done
Honor.
anything, as there was no doctor in the city.
He could have taken my client to the pillbox and then you could have processed him, but then he decided to risk his life and take him to the jail, you see?
That is true, officer.
Yeah, I
Because
did
you are
make that
agreeing on
decision in the
this.
haste.
He
Yeah, I do,
is-
sir.
No, you need
I
to
do,
be
sir.
processing everyone equally and properly.
I know, sir. I should be doing that, but I was really adamant of other people's security in that case. That's why I took that decision, and that decision is solely up to me. No one else is blamed for it, sir. All right.
All right.
Can I proceed?
Yeah, please do.
All
ज़रा
right.
लंबा नहीं हो
So
गया
what? Then I took Mr. Giovanni Sanchez to the PD cells, and then we started processing it. But Mr. Giovanni Sanchez was arguing all the time, not at all cooperating with us. Was being very rude, was talking shit about. Beg your pardon, sir. I'm not allowed to use that word in the case. So
you're
but
excused this time.
Thank you so much, sir. So what exactly Mr. Giovanni Sanchez was badgering me and telling me how bad my wife is gonna be and how bad my family is gonna be. He's arguing about it in the cells of the PD. After that, Mr. Radness over here, who is supposed to adopt Giovanni Sanchez, I'm talking about Mr. Joseph Radness. He came to the PD.
Objection, relevance in the case.
There is no relevance here, officer.
There is completely a relevance, Your Honor, because Joseph Radness came to the PD to try to have a talk with Giovanni Sanchez at that time.
Is Joseph Radness here in the court? Is he here?
Can
yes,
you
sir.
please stand? Yeah, he's here. Can you please stand, Joseph?
All right.
Hello, sir.
Have a seat.
चिल्ला के बोल-
Have a seat.
All right, sir. So Mr. Joseph Radness came to the PD and wanted to talk with Giovanni, but some something happened and Mr. Joseph Radness was not able to come into the PD, so we had to take this scenario outside the PD. So I escorted Giovanni Sanchez outside and also brought Joseph Radness outside, and they had some kind of a talk which we don't know because it's up to them. We are not allowed to overhear it. They had some kind of a talk, and after that, as Joseph Radness, wait. Sorry about that, sir. So Richard Fonsi took Giovanni Sanchez inside, and he started with the proceedings.
He's just narrating a story.
After
He's just
that,
listening,
Joseph Radness
so that other
and
guy
I
will be
were
saying,
talking, and
we
Joseph
are here just
Radness
to
over
listen.
there, sir, tried to bribe me.
Objection, Your Honor.
Exactly, that's what he said, to let Giovanni out of the case.
Do you have any proofs, officer?
I do. You can check out the cameras outside the PD. And mark a
Do we
word
have the
for-
footage here for all those cameras?
Yes, sir. You can go ahead and check in the computers.
Since
The
when
footage
did
is already
CCTV
there.
camera started recording audio?
They didn't record audio, but they did record everything over there. What happened?
What did
And
any
this is
transaction?
my case against them. So this is what exactly happened. You can take over your whatever you have to say. You can tell it after what I do in the defense.
All right.
All right, sir. So that happened, and Joseph Radness' exact words were, "Sir, मैं आपको 5 पेटी आपका जेब गरम करके आपको 5 पेटी दे सकता हूँ." And I completely asked him that, what instead in exchange of Giovanni that I let him go, and he said yes to that, sir. And that's one of the points to be noted, Your Lord. And after that, what happened was Giovanni Sanchez was taken to the jail, and he was sentenced for 30 months. And how much fine exactly, John L? Can you?
It was 10,000 rupees, sir.
$10,000, 10,000 rupees fine, and 30 months time in jail.
All right.
All right, Your Honor. I think that's about it. The defendant rests for now.
Your Honor, if we have your permission, we would like to cross-examine the defendant's witness.
Sure. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Lordship.
मैं कभी Your Honor हूँ, कभी Lordship हूँ.
So, officer, may I know your name?
My name is John L. Morelos.
Okay, officer. So, you were one of the first guys to respond at the scene of the robbery?
Yes, that's correct.
Who was the officer accompanying you?
It was, we were cadets at that time, so it was Cadet Max and Cadet Naveen.
Okay, so you 3 guys responded to the scene?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and who was the person who checked the ID card of my client?
As I've told earlier that me as Mr. Giovanni Sanchez his head was exploding, I handed over him to Naveen to take him to the PD and process him. So Naveen took him to the PD from the backside. He checked his ID while Mr. Giovanni Sanchez was fainted, and after that that escape or whatever that happened. Yes. So it was Cadet Naveen. Yes.
Okay. So was anyone else around there at that time who was present there to
No,
witness?
no. We were actually in search of the second suspect who fled away from the scene.
Okay,
And just
so
to know, guys,
at that point when Cadet Naveen checked the ID of Mr. Giovanni, there was
Yes.
no one present around?
Yes, yes, that's correct.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. And where is Cadet Naveen right
Cadet Naveen is not in the city, but we have a written affidavit from him stating everything that happened. We have submitted that to the judge.
Yeah, I got it. So is Cadet Naveen still with the police department of Los Angeles?
No. As you know that the PD
He's been put
the
out
cadets.
in a probable leave, sir. Someone doesn't know about this, but he's been put out for a probable leave for around 1 month.
Okay, so he's on disciplinary leave?
Yeah.
Okay, point to be noted, Your Lordship.
All right.
So the whole case of the defense rests on written testimony of an ex-officer or an officer who is on leave. An officer who the PD itself does not deem fit to be in service.
That's not exactly what I said, sir. I said he's in discipline leave. That means he's getting more training as a cop before
Yes, sir.
being an
So
officer.
if he's on leave, there would have been a reason for why he's on leave.
घुमाया भाई घुमाया इसने.
There should be there might be some reason why he was put on leave. If I'm not wrong.
Do I have permission to say something, Your Honor?
Go ahead. But he has the facts and the points on this.
I know that, sir. I completely agree with what he's trying to say, but those things are a matter of the police department and cannot be, be public.
I would beg to differ, as the officer, ex-officer, or the officer who is currently on administrative leave is the key witness or the prime witness in my client's case. And if the witness himself is not, of sound character, I don't think his testimony should amount to anything.
Objection, Your Honor. I never said that my cadet was of sound character or not. I only said that he's been on a disciplinary leave for a month.
So, as I said earlier, if he's on disciplinary leave, that means that he did something wrong.
Not exactly. It might be a lot of other things, sir.
It's up to the judge to
could
decide,
you explain what other things that he did that you didn't seem fit?
Other things like driving rashly in the city. Second thing of trying to be rude to someone. And the third thing that we think is the thing we have to take him to there, because his tasing skills and his shooting skills were not really good, so I was sent to an administrative leave for a training outside of the city.
So you were saying, do we really have so much crime in this city?
Yes, sir.
Then why have I been summoned for the first time in this city?
Because
anybody has an answer for this?
Someone has put out a case on PD, sir.
So where are the rest of the case going? Who is handling it?
There are no other cases, Your Honor.
This is the first time someone mustered the courage to, call a judge and try to look into the working of the police department, Your Lordship.
Please, I would like to tell everybody, whoever is in this court, I am here to judge everyone fairly. So make sure if you guys have any problem with anyone, please do come to the court. Please go ahead.
Lordship, yeah. So the DCP earlier in his, in his thing, he said, during his testimony, he said that Officer Cadet Naveen Rio was rude as well. Like he was rude to the citizens and everyone. And let it be known that it is quite common that you will find Cadet Naveen drinking and riding his bicycle.
Objection, Your Honor. The prosecutor is trying to defame my cadet.
Your Lordship, I would like you to ask anyone present in the court in the witness.
Can the judge please say something before you speak when I object something?
This is a very delicate situation right here. You are accusing an officer of drinking and driving.
An officer who is on leave, and he is probably on leave because he is a drunkard. Officer, sorry, Your Lordship.
Objection, Your Honor. The prosecution is trying the same thing again and again.
Lordship,
please,
your call.
Please stop deframing a guy who is not present in the court. And go
exactly, sir. They did not call Officer Naveen here, Cadet Naveen here because they know that he would be drinking. You can ask anyone present in the court in the box over there in the stands. They will, at least a few of them will testify
Objection,
that
Your Honor.
the officer is
overruled,
prone to drinking.
I would actually like to listen to anyone who has a will to come up to the witness stage and testify against Mr. Naveen? Because the document that you submitted, Mr. DCP, you were it was all dependent on one guy's testimony. If you want me to proceed on this, you need to allow a witness. Are you okay with this?
Sir, yeah. If anyone, I'm okay with this, sir. It's up to you. It's not my decision to take.
All right. Anybody? Alex, please go and bring someone in the witness box.
Anyone would like to testify against the character of Naveen? Because I heard everyone talk about his drinking problem. Anyone has courage? No one? No one would like to go against the... Okay.
Over here.
Jareen, you would like to go to the witness box?
Over here also.
Wait, just a second, I'll ask the judge. Judge, Mr. Jareen Radness would like to come up to the witness box.
Isn't Jareen Radness already part of this case?
Yes, okay, so we'll call... David, are you willing to come to the witness box? David, hello?
Stop wasting the time. Okay, Mr. Jareen, just come up and we'll have your testimony.
Jareen? Yeah, come up to the witness box.
David, we can see you, Mr. David. We can't see you. I think there's something wrong with seeing David right now. He might be already up there.
Okay, David, are you already up there?
Mr. David? I don't hear Mr. David.
Jareen, you come into the witness box. Do not waste the time of the
David,
court.
Okay.
No, your lordship, Jareen, this is the witness box. Jareen, over here.
Jareen,
Jareen, here.
I'm sorry, I can't see Mr. Alex over here, so just saying.
Take a step right. Can somebody guide him? Yeah, follow the officer. Yeah, take a left. Yeah, please. You can sit if you want.
No, I'm okay, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay.
So, Mr. Jareen, what would you like to say to this court?
I would like to add a couple of points towards the Naveen's situation regarding drinking and all. He has been irrationally drinking a lot. Like, I have actually seen him drinking a lot in the mechanic hub whenever I'm actually, customizing my vehicle, I suppose. And I did ask him, like, just stop around, just, stop drinking and all. But he has continuously had a drinking problem.
Do you have any proof that he has been drinking and any incident that you can think of?
I mean,
can we ask the PD for the records of Naveen if there are any complaints against Mr. Naveen?
Sure. Mr. DCP, do you have any records of Mr. Naveen?
Yeah, Your Honor, there are no registered complaints against Naveen Rio, sir.
Okay. Just a second.
Mr. Alex, if there are no evidence...
Just a second.
This testimony makes no sense.
The prosecution is allowed to use the phone in the court of law.
Yeah, could you please keep the phone inside?
Naveen Rio actually tweeted, so I was trying to show you the tweet, but if you don't want me to show you the tweet, then I'm
you
sorry.
can just tell the judge where it is. You don't have to pull your phone out as you don't have it.
Yeah, I can't remember everyone's tweet.
You cannot, it's a social media. Anybody can use a tweet or anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's his
like
personal account. See, like, I find it hilarious that they got Mr. Naveen Rio's testimony, but they failed to present Naveen Rio into the witness box. I got Mr. Jareen Radness's testimony, and I presented him in front of the court in order to, cross-examine him if the defendant ever wanted to. but their whole case is resting on the words of Mr. Naveen, and he is also not a police officer right now. He's on administrative leave. He has been sent out for quote-unquote extra training outside the city,
तो क्या बोलते हैं?
which raises a lot of questions on to his abilities regarding as a police officer.
Can I raise an objection?
Who was that? Who was that? Who is trying to object here? Hello?
They are over there talking.
Alright. So Mr. Alex, that is a signed document and it's official. So if you are saying all that, it might be, perjury. You really think, DCP will take charge, such...
The thing is, office, your lordship, the case is against, what do we call it, the DCP. As
is it against the PD or the DCP?
PD. But as we said, as we saw earlier, the DCP was hell-bent on proving Mr. Giovanni as the criminal. He did not even follow due procedure and took him to the hospital. He directly took him to the jail, which might cost my client his life if the wound had developed sepsis or anything. If it got contaminated or anything, he would have died over there. And you can see the wound there over on his shoulder, and also that the bullet is still lodged inside his body. Would you live a normal life with a bullet in your body, your lordship? When the due procedure is that the officer.
See, I'm not gonna make any judgment here on just. I'm here for the facts. I'm not here for the emotions.
Yes. Sorry, your lordship.
So
but the thing is,
we don't have you guys. You don't have any proof on if it was, if he says it's a testimony, written testimony, I would have to take it since he's not here in the city right now.
We cannot. It does not leave us with an opportunity to cross-examine the key witness, your lordship. It's like we needed an opportunity to cross-examine the witness, the key witness in the defendant's case. Because we all saw that the DCP was hell-bent on putting my client into the jail, that he did not even follow the due procedure. So what makes you think that they followed the due procedure earlier? That they saw that the officer saw the, what do you call it, the ID card? Because they conveniently pinned it on Naveen, and that Naveen is also not an officer of PD right now because he's on administrative leave. How can we take the word of such an officer, of such a person who is not even fit to be presently in the police department right now?
Objection, Your Honor. Alex is trying to do the same thing again, which I've already told you that he's not. It's
DCP,
not that he's
it
not
is
fit.
correct. He is not here in person to defend himself or to answer any question.
He was not been able to the city for today, sir. I'm actually sorry about that, but we will try to.
Could you get him into the
bring
city?
Bring him to the city on a later time. Probably we can, sir.
Yes, your lordship. Because, as I said earlier, my suspicions are that he is a drunkard. He might be high, drinking on duty, and he might be high. Who knows?
Objection,
Your Honor. If I may.
Jareen, you cannot object here. You are a witness here. Can you just chill out?
Okay.
Just relax, Mr. Jareen. I know you are stressed out. You can go and sit, have a seat.
I'm sorry.
If you want, you can sit.
Your Honor, can I bring Max Johnson to the witness box? He has something to say about the incident of the 30th of September.
Okay, I heard a lot that even Jareen is in this thing, in this case, involvement. Would you like to answer some questions, Jareen?
Yes, I would actually like to, Honor.
Mr. Alex and DCP, do you guys have any questions for Mr. Jareen? You can ask him about the case.
Yes, we do.
Actually, I have a question.
Okay.
For Mr. Jareen. So, Mr. Jareen, are you the only person with Diabolus, I suppose, in the city? Do you know that like there can be other people with your
There are other people with my type of my type of bike.
Okay.
Yes,
and
there is.
how easy is it to customize vehicle's color?
It's pretty easy. As long as you have a spray can, you can pretty easily change it.
Okay, so what the police officers were saying that they saw your particular bike and they went around to the mechanic when they saw you. Can you give me the number plate?
I don't remember the number plate.
Not you. The officer there said that he ran the number plate. Can you give me the number plate, please?
Yes, sir. It's in the official documents recorded at the PD, which we cannot bring over here because of some unforeseen circumstances.
Could you bring it later on? If I set up a date, next date.
Probably, if the government can provide us with a certain tools, we can do that, sir, Your Honor.
And your lordship, the thing is, when as I said earlier, on 1st October, G and what do you call it? Giovanni and Jareen went to the PD to clear his name out. Why did Officer Max and Officer Jonel, I suppose, let him go there?
Objection, Your Honor. Another lie. Jonel was not present at the day he's supposed to sing.
Max was present?
What?
It's just proves. On the 1st of October.
Because, we do not know the names of the officer, Your Lordship.
Excuse me?
If
you're accusing the PD and you do not know the names of the officers who are involved in the case? Didn't your, the guy who's with you tell you everything,
unfortunately.
Right? Yes, he said everything.
I have to listen
to
everything.
They went to the PD and...
So I think an officer tells the name before someone talks to him. That's how it works, sir.
I want somebody to come and
My client said that it was Max and Jonel. And
Your Honor, this just proves that this story is being made up and is not actually what happened.
Can you prove that they were not present at the PD?
Yep, Mr. Jonel can tell about it. Mr. Jonel was not present at the PD at that time.
So Max was also not present? I said Max and Jonel.
I'm gonna say it from here.
Okay.
This argument is getting heated up. Is there any other question you have for Mr. Jareen?
No. I hand it over to the defense.
Alright. DCP, do you have any questions for Jareen?
Yeah, I do.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright. Mr. Jareen Radness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Jareen Radness, what were you exactly doing at the 30th of October when the bank robbery took place?
We need another lawyer here, जो सच में actually मजा करेगा.
Like I stated that me and Jeev and our family were
I'm gonna
having
take a break
drink
after
together
this.
on the day of the bank robbery, and that was it from my side. I mean, what else am I supposed to say?
Alright, that's about it. Can you tell what people were exactly present in some kind of event you're saying?
I mean, yeah, we were at the Tequila. You obviously know the location, right?
Yeah, I do.
It was G and my, like the family, like my mom and everyone else.
Your mom?
Alright.
Wait, could you not?
Is there any question that you have that is relevant to this case?
I do, sir. I was just asking what he was about to say because I didn't read the affirmation letter that Alex put over there. So, Mr. Jareen Radness, on 1st of October, did Cadet Max, Cadet Jonel came to you about a bike that was found outside? I think it was on the 30th of October, not the 1st of October. My pardon, sir.
I don't exactly remember, but they did at some point, yes.
Of a bike which was at the bridge, which we ran number plates, by the way, in the system, and it showed up to be on the name of Mr. Jareen Radness.
Affirmation.
They came to the mechanic hub to talk with you. And
yes, they did.
You said that the bike was stolen and you forgot to report the stolen bike.
No, I didn't say I forgot to report it.
That's what Officer's Journal told me.
At that point of time, me and my dad were actually customize the vehicle, and like then I couldn't get time to actually like report this to the the PD.
I don't know.
When exactly was your bike stolen, Jareen?
On the same date, obviously.
Yeah.
You
what
want
time?
me to
Do
say
you have a specific time? Because this escape happened within a 15-minute time frame.
Within 15 minutes of time?
And it was at the night.
Okay, so this
confused.
obviously, if I remember, I think this actually like the cops came to us. I think after like 1 or 2 hours later. I believe. I'm not exactly sure, but they technically did came to me and asked me if I'm Jareen Radness. They straight up want to like arrest me already without any the probable cause about it.
Yep.
So can I raise a question?
How were the
So I would like to state to the people of the city and to the court that as we were wearing green jackets right at the point and we were cadets, everybody at the city like denied to show us ID and everything. Okay, so we didn't have any evidence, hard evidence against him that the bike was his, and he was saying that it was stolen. As cadets, we didn't have the power at that point to like just go and do that. You understand that, right?
Objection, Your Lordship. He said that they did not have any evidence, but they said that they ran the plates.
What? I don't get your question here.
You said that you did not have any evidence that the bike was his.
No, we ran the plates, but he didn't see the ID. What are you saying?
Order.
Your Honor, there is general question. How would someone know if the bike is his if he didn't run the plates? Simple as that.
Yeah,
that's the evidence. All we need. Yeah. But we didn't have any evidence about the bike was stolen. That's what he's Carrot Max is talking about, Your Honor.
Yeah, and I'm talking about that he didn't give out his Audi ID. At that point to check me out that he's Radness, because he was saying like I didn't have to do.
Point to be noted, my lord, that Mr. Jareen Radness was non-cooperative at that point.
Yeah, because he said that his bike is stolen.
Yes.
Your Lordship, a citizen is not required to show an ID unless and until he has done something wrong.
I mean, if they have.
We are in suspicion, right? That
yeah, but then you don't have any evidence against him. You did not point any evidence against him.
We are pointing the evidence.
It's just an ID, sir. We are not trying to put him in the jail.
They are not even searching, Mr. Alex. He's just asking for an ID.
4 of us, 3 of our cadets were there. Okay, like we didn't point any.
Max,
to do anything.
you are only allowed to speak when you're told to.
Sorry, sir. Like.
Point to be noted, my lord.
Who is crying in my court? Hello.
This guy over here,
I think it's a local
officer, local officer.
It's a local, sir.
Fonzie, will you take care of that situation, please?
Could you escort him out of my court?
Just pardon me, sir.
Sorry for that.
Let's put in. Let's just ignore that happened.
Nothing happened, sir. What are you talking about?
Okay.
I don't know what you guys talking about. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, what did you see?
Yeah, DCP, please continue.
If I'm allowed to proceed, yeah, thank you, sir. So, what I was trying to say is, Mr. Jareen was non-cooperative. Was not even showing his ID over there, which shows that he was some kind of a complicit in the case of a stolen vehicle, that it was not exactly stolen and it was used in the escape of Giovanni Sanchez.
Objection, Your Honor. Technically, I don't actually have to show an ID without actually a warrant or a proof of evidence.
But the warrant has already been taken when you were searching someone, right? He's not searching you, he's just asking you for an ID.
Yeah, but still, by law, you require a warrant to show the ID.
What? I don't think that's how the law works, sir.
I mean, if
a police officer is allowed to
if
check the ID.
I
yes.
can,
like
you could even ask the officer to show his ID.
Yeah, because he's a public servant.
I
We
mean,
have to make sure that he is the police officer and no one is impersonating a police officer. But by law, we are not required to show the ID.
ऐसा है क्या? Guys?
Objection, Your Lord, about this. I don't think prosecution Alex has a proper knowledge about the law.
I studied law and you're trying to... Okay, never mind.
Let's not accuse each other of what we do or what we don't know here. Could you proceed? Let's say you asked and he said no. Did you say yes or no to the... I know that you want to show your ID, Mr. Jareen. Did you show your ID or did
no.
you... Alright, continue.
I did not.
That's about it, Your Honor. The defense rests.
I mean, I don't see a power of abuse here, Mr. Alex, with Mr. Jareen. It was just an ID. I don't think so. It was something serious that could.
Yeah, but if he did not want, he wanted his privacy to remain private. If they wanted to see his ID, if they thought that he was a suspect, they could have gotten a warrant, from the court or somewhere, like a proper warrant. They refused to show a proper warrant, so that's why my client refused. Not my client.
Do we have a district attorney here in the city?
I don't think so. The district attorney is appointed to the city of Los Santos right now.
Alright, I'll talk to the government and I'll look forward to, get one, you guys, so that everything works properly here.
Sir, can I present my closing statement for the day?
I would like to call, my client Giovanni would like to come to the witness stand because he wants to.
Okay, this court is gonna be taking a break of say 10 minutes. You guys can take a break and come back after 10 minutes. Is it fine?
Yes, your officer.
Alright.
Or we can continue tomorrow if... Never mind. Okay.
We're gonna take a break for 10 minutes.
Yes, your lordship.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's go, Raj.
I'm very tired and hungry.
Your lordship, do you need something to eat? Are you hungry?
Thank you.
Yeah.
No worries. Stay hydrated.
Officer. Excuse me, officer.
What's up?
Do you have anything to eat? Or, no? And food
Yeah.
or water? Could you
Yeah,
just
let me see. Just give me a quick second. Yeah. Oh, but I have this leftover burger. Do you want that? Is that okay with you, Anna?
Hello, Officer Richard. How are you?
Sure.
जोसेफ जी
बोलो भाई
अपने लॉयर को बोलो
What
थोड़ा
the hell
सा
happened?
थोड़ा दोस्त से बोलने अकड़ के
Getting it.
भाई ऐसे तो
किधर है भाई?
There you go.
Dear burger.
It's chicken with mayonnaise. I hope you like that.
Is it vegan? The mayonnaise.
I'm not 100% sure on that. I mean, there's chicken in that, so it's definitely not vegan.
I meant with the mayonnaise. It was a joke. It's okay.
Hello,
Relax.
Naveen is not here.
I'm sorry.
That's the problem.
Judge, what's your name?
I'm
May I
Mr.
know your
Judge
name?
Mathur.
Actually, my name is also Mathur.
And your question is?
Actually, we are not in this court. Just I'm talking to you, having fun.
Yeah, I have.
Have some fun, buddy.
I'm sorry, I'm not your buddy here.
Yeah, I will give it to him, Doc.
I'm sorry.
You are not
Maybe
inside the court.
It doesn't matter where I am. I'm a judge.
Yes, I am respecting you.
Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, no problem. I have it. Okay, officer, meet you later.
Yeah, Mr. Mathur, do you have enough food and drink, Your Honor?
Yeah, I want some water and some food. Could you give me a vegan burger? I'm
sorry,
trying
sir,
to
you have
maintain my
samosa.
diet because of my...
I have samosa. Will that work?
My wife. Okay, anything happens, you're gonna be answering to my wife, okay?
Nothing will happen, sir. You should have a cheat day.
I wish my wife could understand a cheat day. Alright, give me one.
Yes, sir. Here you go. And some water also.
Yeah. Okay, it seems like
fill your tummy, kind of. It's a very good fast food that we used to take here.
Is this Bisleri or Aquafina? Unemployed judge.
I
Hey,
think
hello.
It's only Kinley.
Alright.
And Bisleri will also be coming. I'm just wondering if we can have some other dates so that we can present Naveen into the court, because he's the prime eyewitness.
Yeah, don't
So
worry
if we
about
can
that. That will be processed. Wait, what is happening there?
Just ignore those some local things.
Judge, unemployed कैसे हुआ रे? कहाँ हुआ?
Okay. Yeah, all going good. How are you? So this thing is getting heated up, guys. I mean,
Do you smoke, son?
On duty, so it's fine, sir. You can continue.
Police department. We cannot bring it here. When I asked them about what went wrong with the Naveen guy, they're like a lot of things went wrong, but they're not.
Alright.
Exactly. I know. Joseph, first of all,
That's some serious case out there.
Yeah.
Why don't you have any district attorney in this?
Actually, the courthouse actually just opened right now. Previously, like we cops only the handles small petty cases like the, kind of theft and robberies and kind of things.
So this
So
is
like
like
for
the
this
first
case
for this court?
Yes, you can say the first official case that has been come to the court. This is the first one.
I'm actually looking forward. You guys have me here in for more cases.
Yes, sir. Of course. Now actually, like you have to come a lot to the city.
Let's hope this. What is this? Okay. Come with me for a walk.
Sure, sir.
I was amazed when I heard DCP was accused for being racist. Something you want to tell me?
So what they were saying, I was just listening, but I was not allowed to tell. So like they're saying like we had an APB that consists of like with the race only, but actually we provided full description of the suspect. So we provided a Mexican guy with long hair at the back with a biker jacket and a white male. So we provided each and every description that we have. We didn't show up the ID. We just provided that we have this kind of description of the white male with kind of Mexican race along with a long hair and a biker jacket. So we provided a description. I don't think like what they're saying that we are just saying on the racist basis. I don't think we provided that kind of information.
Okay. They have a flag. Understood.
Yes.
I like you. I like your hair, mister.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Relax. What's up with these all tattoos, man?
Yeah, I love tattoos. I'm actually thinking to get a.
Oh, how much did you spend for the tattoo?
I spend 500 something, 500 or 400 something.
For
I got a
each
tattoo on my
tattoo?
neck and no. The tattoo on my neck is 100, I guess. I didn't remember the price, total price, but it might be 100, 500 or 600 of all of them.
That's a lot
Yep.
of money, lot of money. You know, when you get old, you're gonna be losing all the skin and the build, body that you have.
Yeah, I know.
Something, you know, I won't suggest to do. Officer, do you have any tattoos?
Okay.
No, sir, I don't have, unfortunately. I wanted to make,
Why?
but
Is it unfortunately? It's your decision, right?
Hey, you have nice beard, by the way.
thank you.
Your beard looks good.
Thank you, sir.
Why don't you get
Like,
a room?
I wanted to
Oh my
have
God,
a tattoo,
boys.
but sir, like, but
Get a room
I don't think
already.
like, yeah.
He didn't get the joke. Alright, I guess we're gonna go inside.
Sure.
Could you let everybody know to come, you know, inside?
Sure. 4332, all available units. Package is going inside the courthouse. We'll start the proceeding again.
अरे मैं पैकेज नहीं है यार, ये फिर से मेरे को पैकेज बुला रहा है यार, मैं पैकेज नहीं है. Are they gonna execute me?
Did you announce it outside?
Yeah, I announced it.
Alright, no, announce it outside so the other prosecution can hear it as well.
Alright, just call me when
Alright,
everybody's
you're
here, okay?
Yeah, you're on.
I'm in my cabin. Guys. और क्या कह रहे हैं यहाँ पे? फिशिंग है, मोबाइल है.
The judge vanished, hello?
Judge? I don't know, I think he probably is in the back.
Fonzie, please call the judge.
गाइस पुशअप करना ज़रूरी है. नहीं, ये तो क्रंचेस है. पुल. ओहो. कॉर्ड मोबाइल खेल रहा था गाइस.
Officer Fonzie? Officer Fonzie? Please tell the judge that everybody's seated.
अरे आज स्लीपी है ना, तो वही विल कंटिन्यू टुमारो. इट्स ऑलरेडी बीन 2 hours. गेमिंग सेटअप गाइस, इट्स पर्सनल गेमिंग सेटअप. अपन इधर खेलते हैं PUBG मोबाइल ऑन एमुलेटर.
May I come in, sir?
Come in.
So everyone is here, the prosecution along with the suspect. Yeah, we need you on the stage.
I'll be out in a second.
Sure, sir.
Guys, are you ready for more? Or we delay this?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Did everybody leave from my court or what? You guys can hear me? Hello?
Everyone is seated here, Your Honor.
Alright. Alright. Mr. Jareen, I think everybody has asked you the question they wanted to know. You can have a seat with the rest.
Yeah.
More, इतनी जल्दी क्या है? Cause you're not showing proper against the PD, right? Cause you're not showing proper. क्या? Try to make at least police fear they are in danger. They know. They know. I don't have to show things. Why is the officer on the floor? Alright. Mr. Alex.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Please proceed with the case.
Yes, Your Lordship. My client Giovanni would like to come to the witness box and present his side of the story as a witness.
Alright. Mr. Giovanni.
Yes, Your Honor.
Alright. I see you are full of energy. Come to the witness box.
Alright. Your Honor, if I may ask, is it the one on the left or the right?
It's on you, whichever you are comfortable with.
Alright, I'm comfortable on this side if it's allowed.
Sure, sure. Have a seat.
Oh, okay, you know what? It's okay, I'll stand. It's fine, it's fine.
यही तो देखना था मेरे को. Alright, Mr. Alex, go ahead.
Yes, Your Lordship. Giovanni, what would you like to say to the court?
Well, for one, I am glad that the court is decided to, fight in, sorry, I mumbled a little bit there, but I am actually glad that the court has agreed to take on my case against the police department of Los Santos in this, as they seek to, give justice fair and square. I hope that is acknowledged by everyone in the courtroom present today, including the Lordship, Your Honor, Judge Mathur himself.
Yes, yes.
Alright, now as I was saying, I did notice that in the beginning, if I'm allowed to say it, with your permission, Judge.
The judge, no?
With your permission, Your Honor.
Sure, go ahead.
Alright, so in the beginning, the DCP himself has claimed that Officer Naveen Rio has been, he's been away from SASP. He didn't mention leave. He said he has been released from the San Andreas State Department, and then after that, a few minutes later, towards the hearing, he said that he is on administrative leave. When my prosecutor right here, Mr. Alex Ingram, was questioning him. So I just wanted to point that out.
I'm sorry, are you here to tell your side of the story, or you're trying to...
No, I mean, he just asked me, what do I think of the court? And that is what I think, what I fully think about it. That is one thing I noticed.
Alright.
Your Honor, if I'm allowed to speak.
You're going to be speaking about regarding what?
I'm just going to say that Mr. Giovanni Sanchez is over here to tell about the case, what's going on. And the first thing he does comes in the witness box and tells and starts accusing. Is that all that these guys can do?
I did not accuse, I'm sorry, Your Honor, to interrupt, but I am not here to accuse. I was just stating the point that you mentioned that Officer Naveen Rio was on the leave, was released from the SASP, and then a few minutes after that you said he's on administrative leave, which brought me to think about what you said. I am not accusing. I never said I accused you or the PD. I am just here to fight my case against the police department of Los Santos.
But aren't you, the first thing you say is accusing. That's what we call accusing.
Yeah,
you did right there.
Yeah, but I didn't
Instead
accuse,
of telling
I
your
just
story about what happened.
Order. Calm down, guys. Order.
Calm down.
Calm down. Just relax. Just tell the story, what you think. I'm not here, we're not here to listen about what you are judging people. Yeah. Please just tell me the story, what happened to you, what happened that day.
Alright, on the 30th of September, I came to the city. I tend to do some business outside the city at times because, a man's got to make a living in America. So I came back to the city. I called up my friends Jareen and his father, Joseph Radnes and the family. We went ahead and we went to Tequilala to grab some drinks. We were there for a pretty long time. Not going to lie, we were not completely wasted, but we were pretty wasted. And we all took a taxi back home and we rested for the night. That is what happened on the night of the 30th of September when I entered the city.
Alright. I'm talking about relevance of the case.
Yes, this is the relevance of the case, as the case I've mentioned that the night of, me being in an alleged bank robbery was on the same night, but at the same night I was on, I was in the drinking with the Radnes family. And then on the 1st of October, I was informed by my close friend and my brother, mi hermano, Jarin Radnes, that the police are looking for me. So I wanted to know what they were looking for me about, and it was about a bank, apparently a suspected bank robbery. So I went to the PD with the Radnes family to clear it out. At that point, there were 3 officers present. There was an officer Max, an officer's name I do not remember, and an officer Jonel. I could recognize them from the tattoos, and as well the Radnes family was present at the same time. They were all wearing green jackets, so that can be identified. They were cadets at the time. We spoke to them, I expressed my thoughts, and they said, all right, we will clear it out and we will move on. We don't have to, do anything, and everything just came to an end after that. And then on the 2nd of October, knowing that I am completely clear of any and all charges of me being in a suspected bank robbery, I went ahead to do my delivery business, across the city of Los Santos, where I and my friend Jarin Radnes, also mi hermano, were ambushed by 3 men in masks. They shot out the tire of my van. We went down to the Palomino freeway in the Ron Alternate State Farm, close to the power plant. We kind of crashed, and when we came out to defend ourselves, Jarin and I were shot down. But thankfully, the EMS and the police department, they responded to the scene, they responded to the scene immediately. And of course, they treated to my friend's Jarin's wounds. He was rushed to the hospital in the PD. Me, the DCP, was taking care of me. I will admit that I did see some hallucinations as I was shot because I was in shock. There was blood, oozing out of my left shoulder. As you can see, if I'm allowed to show you the wound, Judge, if I may.
I mean, it's okay. I believe you.
All right, so as I was shot by the DC, not the DCP, sorry, apologies for that. As I was shot by the 3 masked men, the 3 masked men were also involved in the shootout. I do not know whatever happened to them. Maybe they were booked by the PD or taken to the hospital. I do not know. But I was taken by the DCP in the back of the car. Yes, the DCP did help me out. He tried to apply pressure to the wound, he tried to apply some bandages, but it did not work out really well. I got into the back of his car, he impounded my, he called the local mechanic to impound my van, which was kind of damaged at the scene. We went in the PD cruiser, and of course there was a local who kind of hit the car, so my wound is getting this bad. I did ask and request the DCP if he could take me to pillbox, but he denied my request and instead decided to take me to the PD, and he took me to jail, where yes, the DCP and I had a very heated argument. Like a very, very heated argument where I and the DCP said some things which were not supposed to hurt the intentions of the others. DCP, for that, I apologize. I did not mean to insult you in that way. I completely apologize for that. And while that was happening, it was, the DCP and I think Officer Jonel was also present. And that is when Senor Radnes, he came he wanted to meet me in jail. And that's when Senor Radnes, he told me, that the DCP, his ego was hurt. He just wanted some respect. Yes, the DCP did, tell me that he'll give me 50 months in jail with the 10,000 rupee fine. But, I was like, this is, it's outrageous. Then Senor Radnes, he talked to me outside the PD. This was in the back entrance where all the police vehicles were found. That is when Senor Radnes told me that, hey, listen, G, like everybody calls me G, I hope it's okay, Your Honor.
I mean, I would stick to Mr. Giovanni.
All right, so he told me, Giovanni, don't worry. It's all going to be okay. The DCP, he was kind of hurt that you kind of insulted him and you kind of, bust his ego a little bit. So he just told me, keep your head down, just apologize, take the 30 months in jail and do the, pay the 10,000 rupee fine and we'll take it to court later. Right? That is what the Senor Radnes told me, and that is what exactly as I did. Then later, while I was in jail, I was, I spoke to Officer Richard Fonzie. I told him about the same thing that I told the DCP, how they were falsely accusing me, and it's kind of unfair, all of that. And then right after that, I was told by the DCP that my so-called idiot father, his exact words, tried to bribe the DCP, which I think was mentioned by the DCP himself. Right, that he tried to bribe him, and I think he said some quote in a language that I cannot speak. I apologize for that, but you know the story. So he tried to bribe him, and yes, the Senor Radnes was sent to prison as well.
Even Mr. Radnes was sent to the prison.
Yes, Mr. Radness was sent to the prison on, I think, a count of bribery. Cause see, I don't know how the PD counts and all charges work, but yeah. And also during my heated argument with the DCP did say that I am being arrested and sent to prison on one charge of bank robbery, alleged by the way, and one count of kidnapping, alleged again by the way. And he sent me to prison for 30 months with a 10,000 rupee fine. This was the events of October the 2nd.
All right. So basically, I hear the story. Both stories seem to be almost the same. Exactly the same what you said, and on the other hand, DCP said. And Mr. Alex already explained everything that happened. Defendant, do you have any questions?
I do, sir. With your permission, I would like to counter some questions with Mr. Giovanni over there.
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. Hello there, Mr. Giovanni. How's your day going on?
Hey, how you doing, Officer DCP? I hope everything is good at home,
Yeah.
And again, I apologize. I didn't mean any disrespect, on the day of October 2nd.
Apology accepted. I did take it personally, but that's actually what something happened. Both of us were a bit pissed off about what was going on. So yeah, apology accepted about what were you saying about me.
Yeah, apology taken, and I apologize to you too as well,
Alright, Mr. Giovanni, I have some questions for you.
Okay.
So what exactly were you doing on the 30th of September?
As I mentioned it in front of the court just a few minutes back, I entered the city after a long day, traveling across, America, and I went out with the Radness family drinking in the, the bar called Tequila near Northford Hills.
Can you name the guys who were involved into that thing?
All right, the people were, Jareen Radness, Joseph Radness, and Mary Jane, soon to be Radness.
All right.
What do you mean,
is everyone in?
Oh, you didn't hear? They're getting engaged soon, I think. They're kind of like, close. Senor Radness and, Senorita Mary.
And who your official alibi is for this particular thing? Here in the case?
Jareen Radness.
Is it solely Jareen Radness?
Yes, I've taken Jareen Radness as my official alibi because he's like my brother. He's mi hermano. He's a good friend as well, and he knows I was there.
Is it solely his alibi and no one else's?
Yes.
Alright, point to be noted, my lord. As Jareen Radness is involved in this case as well, I don't think his statement or his alibi should stand in the court of law.
Objection, your lord. Because if that is the case, then ex-officer Naveen's witness testimony should not be taken into consideration as well.
I would like to see Naveen Rio in my court.
We would try to make it possible, sir, but I cannot confirm on that as he is away from the city.
So how about a week's
if
time?
I get some time?
If I give you a week's time, will you be able to do it?
Probably yes, sir.
So we're gonna be doing exactly 1 week later, Wednesday. Is it gonna be fine with you, Mr. Alex, Mr. Giovanni?
With honor, with your permission, if I may speak.
Yeah, sure.
Is it possible to do it on the night of Thursday, as on Wednesday I shall be traveling back to Mexico to look after my papa. He's not feeling too well, so I'm going to go there to check on him.
I mean, if everybody agrees, I think I can make some time for this court.
I think the PD is okay with that, sir.
Alright, Thursday, that is, Thursday night.
Thursday
same
night,
time?
that means 1 week from today?
1 week from today.
Okay. We don't have any objection. Okay, I don't have any objection.
Sorry to hear about your father, Giovanni.
It's okay, DCP. He's my steppapa, so it's fine.
Alright then, so I guess we're gonna be wrapping up for the day. And we'll see you after a week, everyone. I hope you get your facts straight, DCP. This is very
Thank you so much, Your Honor, for the time.
There's a lot of accusations on you as well by Mr. Radness.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I hope it just clears out, and I'll see you, after 1 week. So court is adjourned. Thank you so much for
Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for being here.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
चल रहे बाहर हगने को है मेरे को.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Who is this?
Your Honor?
Yes.
Yeah, I was asked to Captain Ethan Parker with the LSPD. I was asked to escort you back to the airport. Right this way, my cruise is right over there.
Alright.
Long day, huh?
Pandit.
Bye bye, Lordship. We'll see you next week.
Unless we got time,
Catch you later, Senor Matur. Have a good day.
Oh, yes, sure, Mr. Giovanni.
I'll take out my car.
Right this way, it's going to be the last cruise, huh?
Officer Parker, do you need me to assist you?
Is every cop in the city here? At this court today? I hope
I'm
not,
not
because
sure. We have
criminal is
some
not going to be
alternate
taking a vacation today.
Yeah, of course, we have some control. It's going to be this cruiser right here, so.
Alright. It seemed
Sir.
locked.
Try again. Yeah, automatic doors, you know how it is.
Actually, no. My wife might know, she has the automatic doors. How was the scene with the Naveen? मेरे को नहीं मालूम, मेरे को नहीं जानने का. अपना काम हो गया boys. अपना कोर्ट जज आज का स्ट्रीम
Right, so how was your day?
5+1 to dispatch. We're escorting the package back to the airport.
Am I the
You
package?
do clear the way.
वाइफ हु देखो आई एम गिविंग आइडियाज. अभी तुम लोग जज की वाइफ कोई भी हो सकती है, कुछ भी कर सकती है, ठीक
I
है?
have one question for your honor. आप
sure.
हिंदी में बात करते हो your honor?
अरे ऑफ कोर्स बोलो.
Your honor, आपने वो केस कोर्ट एडजर्न करके हथौड़ा क्यों नहीं मारा? I was really waiting for that.
वो हथौड़ा मारा था, इट वाजंट लाउड.
अच्छा, वो प्लास्टिक हथौड़े हैं, वो कोर्ट में आई थिंक चेंज कराना है.
Yeah, I think we need that wooden one. I think this was the first case, na? So I think
Yes, of course. We'll make sure we get it next time, your honor.
next time. And यार ये एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट अटॉर्नी लेके आओ यार. तुम क्या हो रहा है तुम्हारे? There's nobody
Sir,
defend. DCP को खुद डिफेंड करना पड़ रहा है. उस बंदे को आधे लॉ तो पता ही नहीं है.
वही सिटी थोड़ी टफ में है. It's hard to find a person with a law degree who wants to be on the government side, you know. सबको प्राइवेट लॉ में ही जाना है.
And वही है, government jobs are so low paying. Everybody wants to do private thing. Can't help it. So how long have you been PD?
Stay a
in
good
PD?
distance.
I've been since the start, but because I have field time नहीं मिलता है, mostly working with paperwork, so that's what I do.
Okay, you're not on the field.
Not as often as I used to be, or I want to be.
Alright. See, city seems to be very quiet, peaceful. Do you have crime?
It's been
A lot of crimes here?
yeah, lot of violent crimes, gunshots, bank robberies, all of those things, car robbery. City's been like mostly it's been quite eventful, but yeah, today's been quiet, I think. What time is your flight? I hope we aren't getting late. I can always get a police escort running. We can.
My flight is in 20 minutes actually. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Get me
Alright,
to the
let's travel
airport,
further.
Yeah.
7 5+1 to dispatch. We're going code to keep your distance.
6012, dispatch requesting one of the cruisers behind me to come up front.
फुल वीआईपी गाइस, अपन वीआईपी है, ट्रैफिक बंद करवाते हैं अपन, जज है एक ही है इनके पास. I hope I did a fair job here today, guys.
One of you come up.
Yeah, I think my radio might not be working. Just ask one of the cruisers behind us to escort us.
Cadets behind us. Someone coming before us. Sir, just stop. Just stop.
आराम से भाई. अरे
your distance, cadet.
Keep going.
Is that Naveen Rio?
Keep moving, man.
The drunken.
Move.
What is he doing? Keep moving.
No, he isn't, sir. He's not in the city.
Naveen Rio है क्या वो?
Some problems with his GPS. So, Your Honor, did you like that burger? My girlfriend made it for me.
Who made it for you?
My girlfriend, actually.
Oh.
I was gonna eat it for lunch, but I figured you were hungry, so I had another sandwich in my cruiser. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good. Especially the mayo.
Chicken's good, man. Yeah, dude. Mayo is what makes the burger, you know? Mayo is like the jam of the burger.
Yeah, it would have been fun if we, I had a ketchup.
I think it's gonna be a ride from your name.
Please drop me at the arrival.
Yeah, of course.
Or departure.
So, where are you flying to? What's next on your day, if I may ask you?
Distance.
I'm going back to Delhi.
Ooh, nice, beautiful place. I lived there for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Your family back there, or it's another case?
No, it's another case. No, I'm from Mumbai. So my family's over there.
Of course, a man like you has to be busy all the time.
And so
Right this way, Your Honor.
Supreme Court case. I have to be there. Not judging it.
Yeah, of course. Right. I think the security clearance for you has already been done.
Bye,
you can just straight up get your boarding pass and go, sir. Have a good flight, sir.
Thank you so much. See you soon, guys. Hey, भाई इतने जाता है कि अंदर और नहीं जाता है अंदर. I think that's it. We're done. Yeah, guys. भाई जाओ ना. Alright guys, that was it. We done. As a judge, that's a special character that only comes once a week. It is good for me also, it is good for you कि तुम लोग को कुछ ना कुछ मिल जाएगा. And I guess I can try to edit this. No. Something, the first case ऐसा कुछ पहली बार लाइक आई डोंट नो लॉज ऑल्सो यार, मेरे को नहीं मालूम है, तुम लोग को ज़्यादा मालूम होगा. तो वही है. मेक हाईलाइट है ना, गेट क्लिप्स फ्रॉम ऑल स्ट्रीम्स में भी. दैट वुड बी एक्चुअली ग्रेट. अगर सब लोग ने किया रहेगा तो इट विल बी मच मोर मोर थिंग्स टू डू. Not rob the bank, bro. After a long time. I'm sorry, man. सूट्स देख लो, काफ़ी कुछ पता चलेगा. अरे मैंने देखा है, बट उसमें जज वाला सीन थोड़ी रहता है, उसमें लॉयर वाला सीन रहता है. जज वाले का थोड़ी मालूम रहता है कि क्या क्या रहता है. एंड जज को सारे लॉज मालूम होने चाहिए. तो जज है, लॉज तू बनाएगा. उसका भी एक लॉ है एक्चुअली. ओनली सुप्रीम कुछ तो एक कोर्ट ऐसा कुछ तो एक है, वो बना सकता है खाली, ऐसा कुछ तो. Want to ask the judge section 124 what is that? I only know penal code section 301. जूरी, मैंने इन लोगों को बोला था जूरी के लिए, बट दे सेड कि जूरी का पता नहीं. I asked them actually to create a scene where there is a jury जहाँ पे होगा, you know, you select 4-8 people and they're sitting and then they are gonna be, you know, just listening. वो लोग का काम है सिर्फ सुनना, right? They just have to listen and you know they cannot talk much. लोग बस you know सुन रहे हैं and everything. You don't know 377. तू ही है ना उसका leader साले, ना मारूंगा ना. So I know some of the laws. We know all the laws. I am studying missionary. मोरिंग कर दिया है भाई. मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता ना. मेरा क्या था, मेरे में हाँ ना उतना ही था. बाकी तो वो दोनों का था भाई. अभी वो लॉ एक को पता है एक को नहीं पता है और उसको मालूम है हाउ टू स्ट्रेच इट आउट. देन या और या you guys can give ideas to Void. I think exclamation Void. I think he is live. I think so. I'm not sure if he's still live. Let's is Void live. Yeah, he's live. Guys, go tell Void कि क्या क्या सीन था. अपन जाते हैं Void के पास guys. को बताओ. Help him out. Tell him all the things you guys know. अभी तो no, I gave a warning कि तेरी फटी पड़ी है DCP, तेरे पे उंगली उठी है, अभी तेरी फटेगी. देख लो. और क्या प्रॉब्लम है मन में, इतने रात को लोग करते क्यों है पता है? सिर्फ टीबोन के लिए. आई डोंट नो व्हाई. सुबह करो, शाम को करो ना. नहीं, कोई सुनता ही नहीं मेरी. शाम को करने का ब्रो ना, रात को क्या ऑडियंस कहाँ आएगा? आई डोंट नो. ये अमेरिकन टाइम पे करते सारा इंडियन सर्वर पे. समझ नहीं आ रहा है मेरे को. नहीं, अगर इसको हम लोग बोलेंगे ना 9 बजे आने के लिए तो 9 बजे प्रॉपर सब लोग आएंगे. We'll discuss. I'll tell them कि we do events at 9 so that people will only come to this thing. जज क्या करोगे? अभी चिल करके सोऊंगा मैं गाइस जाके. I'll see you tomorrow. CSGO वापस और maybe I'll ask Exxon to play Apex. कल क्या Thursday है right? Yeah. पूछता रहे I know right? He's awesome. He does what he does. चलो यार, बाय बाय. थैंक यू सो मच गाइस. गो चेक आउट अपना टीबोन बोल रहा हूँ वाइड. उसके पास जाओ. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Then take care and peace. Good night.